Hello, everybody, and welcome to this AWC 2024 announcement stream. Shannon tells me that when I go live, there's always time lagging before you can see and hear the video. So I'm just filling it in with a little interpretive dance. No, okay.
Love it.
Today is a very special day, November 15th. It is the opening of the starter season. Applications for the Authortube Writing Conference 2024. So welcome. I think we just went live with the forms. So we'll be giving you some links and answering questions and everything. But yeah, we just wanted to highlight a few things for people who are thinking about applying today. The due date is December 15th, and we'll just go through our list of important announcements. But first, let's say hi for anyone new. You're on my channel. I'm Margaret. I help Shannon with her brainchild, the Authortube Writing Conference that happens in June. And yeah, I'm a historical fiction fantasy writer. So Shannon, if there's anyone new here who doesn't know you, what's your channel about?
Yes. Hello, everyone. My name is Shannon, but I write under the name of SC Houston, and I have my YouTube channel under the name of SC Houston. And as Margaret mentioned, I am part of the Authortube Writing Conference that we're going into our third year, which is going to be awesome. Yeah, she's wearing her shirt. I did get my shirt in. I got my shirt in, and it was the wrong size. I didn't realize it changed it to a small when I changed the color.
First important note, watch those little menu drop downs when you have a color and a size choice.
Yes. I'm also a fantasy romance author. I have my first book is up. It's on Indiegogo at the moment while I get my Kickstarter fulfilled, but you can get it there on Indiegogo, and it will be on retail platforms come January, probably end of January. So working on the next novel in that series right now. And I actually do a whole bunch of things. I'm also part of the Authortube. I'm also part of the Publishing Tips and Tricks podcast with Morgan Lee and been picked for Running to Write, and also part of the Secret Santa for people here who are here on YouTube who want to be part of that. It is a great community building event. That is still open. You can sign up. And it also helps with the algorithm because we'll do a simultaneous release of our unboxings, which should hopefully bump the algorithm on YouTube and bring some more eyes to our channels. So, and I'm doing that with Hananya Leckler.
Nice. It's almost like that would be a great topic to talk about, the YouTube algorithm and simultaneous releases for anyone who, I don't know, might have been experimenting with that lately.
Yeah.
Like some of us have been. So excellent. We've got some lovely people here in the chat. I'm seeing some names of the volunteers. So beautiful. Happy to have you here, stopping by to say hello. And yay, RC Scott and Anita. We're giving lots of fun emojis. We've got Cool Gamer. Laura's reassuring me that I am seen and heard. I love it. We've got Alice M. Rose. Hello, hello. Appreciating the dance moves, an important part of community building. Richard's here. Oh boy. And Elaine, hello, hello. Yes, people trying to squeeze this announcement into their busy schedules. We appreciate it. Let's see. The site just wanted you to have a smexy shirt, Shannon. I like this take. Deidre's on point here.
The last time I wore a small was I was in high school. So I wore mediums for the longest time. And yeah.
Yep.
Small is not my future.
James Chelly and DL Tillery. Hey guys, so nice to see you. Okay, so does anyone have their pitch already thought out, already ready to go, and they've just been waiting for today? I am doubtful because it's NaNoWriMo and there's lots of other things. It's getting into the holidays, so there's a lot of other pressing engagements. But sometime in the next month, when you have a minute to think about it, think about your author career long-term, you'll want to put in a few minutes and think, okay, have I learned that is relevant to the moment, that I can document and give some material on, that I can share, that will help other people who are writing and publishing succeed? So I am definitely not in that position yet, because Shannon and I were talking a bit beforehand saying we feel like chickens with their heads cut off at the moment. It's a November thing. I don't know what it could be. It's a November thing. But in case you're yet to do that planning phase, we're going to help you with a few points. So here's the first thing: the difference between guest speakers and speakers, because there's been confusion on this in the past, and Shannon wanted to be sure people are clear what you can apply for depending on a factor of your YouTube channel, right?
Yes. So, sorry, I was looking at it. We did some, between myself and the speaker coordinator, we did some outreach to people that we didn't know, that they're not like in our circles. And Margaret and I actually came up with a long list of names of people who are on YouTube who do content about publishing or writing that may not necessarily know about some of us on different circles. And as I was just, when you said that people may not have their ideas yet, I was like, I wonder if those people we've reached out to. Now, we only reached out to these people 2 days ago who has submitted an application, and we've had 3 applications already submitted. So I was like, okay, these are people who didn't know about us, or at least we didn't feel they knew about us because we didn't know about them. But they submitted an application already. So it's really cool. All right. So differences in applications. We have the speaker application and we have a guest speaker application. And so those are 2 different roles, speaker or guest speaker. If you have a channel with 500 or fewer subscribers, you are eligible to fill out both. Okay. So keep that in mind. You can fill out both. And I would strongly suggest, based off of what we've seen over the last 2 years, that if you are a speaker and you have fewer than 500 subscribers, but you want to do a panel with multiple people talking on a topic, please apply as a guest speaker, because there's just not enough time in a speaker spot to really get into a topic and really touch it and touch on every aspect, or at least more in depth, because a lot of our viewers have wanted to know more about some of these topics that we've touched on in these smaller time slots. Because as a speaker, you get a 20-minute time slot, and about 10 minutes of that is your core content, with about 5 minutes for a Q&A. So it's not a lot of time. So if you are a speaker that who only has 500 subscribers or fewer, and you want to apply, if you are doing a single topic as a single speaker, it's yourself, then that would probably be ideal. And don't feel that just because you're small that you would not qualify for that bigger spot, because that bigger spot is only bigger by time, not by channel. Okay. So it is only specifically that we have these spots for smaller channels so that they don't get edged out. We want smaller channels to have a voice in the competition, in the conference. So.
Okay, so there we have the application, the bit.ly link for speakers, which is the 20-minute slots, who will all be grouped together. And then we've also got the bit.ly link for the guest speaker application, which is either one, small or big, and you get the 50-minute, I think we're gonna say at this point, presentation slots, and you don't know when. It'll depend on the scheduling bot that will definitely do all this work for us, right?
Yeah. And one thing we did change to on time, and I know Richard just asked if the slots are going to be longer. They're not. The speaker spots are still the same time slot. It's not going to be any longer or shorter. The only thing that is changed is the guest speakers, which have an hour. It used to be 25 minutes main content. That's still the same, but then 10 minutes of Q&A. And we found that 10 minutes was really just a lot of dead air time of saying, any other questions? Anybody else have anything else? So we just made that of a minimum of 5 minutes now for guest speakers. So that way you don't have to keep prompting for more questions if nobody has any for 5 or 10 minutes of that time.
You can cram more information in, is what some people I think we're looking to do, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and I think Richard may be asking too about the speaker slots, because they are kind of small for those who have some really good topics that you want to get into. But I mean, guys, if you think about YouTube videos, good YouTube videos can be 10 minutes or shorter, and they have really good information. So you just have to think about how to use that time. And panels just don't seem to be able to dig in and get enough information. The audience is wanting more. They're hungry for more. So a guest speaker spot would be better probably for most panels.
And speaking of YouTube videos that are 10 minutes and cover a topic in a focused and brilliant way, those are often pre-recorded and, cut down and edited to be perfect. But that is not what we do during the conference. To imitate a real live author conference, we need a sort of interactive portion, a Q&A period. And so what types of videos are we asking for people to submit? That's another little change, right?
Yes, that was another change. So no premieres are allowed this year. And that's only because we have tried, I know premieres are a very good way for people to be able to do content ahead of time and get it up there and then not feel that pressure, especially if you've got kiddos at home. It can be difficult to try and do something live. But the premieres, even though we were saying, hey, you can build into your premiere a Q&A portion, so you still don't have to be live on the screen. You're just in the chat. We still had people who did not do that. And that Q&A portion, I think, is the important part. That's the part where that feels like it's a conference setting where people can ask the speaker questions. So 2 ways you can do it. You can do everything live. You come on, you talk about your topic, and then you do your Q&A. Yeah. The second way, the second way is to pre-record your main presentation and show that through a live setting. And then you come on to do your Q&A. Now, when I say come on, you don't have to be physically on screen. It could just be an avatar, a la like how RC, yes, just like that, where Margaret could still say something.
And you still see me talking.
Yep. And you see her talking, so she's interacting. And that may work better for those who have kiddos who need to have, on mute, and they're just waiting for a kiddo to pass by or finish talking, and then they can answer the question, whatever it is. Hopefully, I know it's not the best maybe best way to handle it, for those who are afraid that they may have a kiddo that, or whatever their situation is, that may interfere with the Q&A portion. But we just ask that a best effort given to the Q&A portion.
So had more people come in, some former speakers. So amazing. Nice to see you, Heather. We've got a question from Deidre. I just wanted to say hello before we go to the next question. Sam Wicker is here. She's also a former presenter. Very nice. And a deadline for applying, it's November 15th to December 15th, Heather. So that is there we go. We have people answering in the chat, so they're helping us out here. Yeah. And Felicia, let me see if that's okay. So then we can go back to Deidre's question. Can you apply multiple times for multiple different ideas?
You can.
Yes.
Yes. The difference is you won't be chosen for all of them. So, Margaret, I don't even remember. How did we do this? Because we had some who had multiple presentations, and I think you and we went through them. We picked out the ones that we liked the best when it was multiple, because I don't think we gave multiple presentations to our blind reviewers, because we were asking them to basically review them. To
rank them.
So I think that's what we did. I don't know if we'll do the same thing this year, but that's what we did last year. Margaret and I, we just kind of went through those who had multiple presentations, and we went through the ones that we thought would fit in line with some of the other ones, because we didn't want to have multiple presentations doing the same thing. So those that fit, we only had a couple of them, but I remember we did knock it down to one per person before we sent it off to the blind reviewers. And again, I don't know if we'll do that again this time,
but it does increase your chances because your idea is resonating with people. More ideas, more chance to resonate.
And especially if there are people submitting multiple, or people are submitting, multiple people are submitting on the same idea. Sorry. So if we're getting the same presentation pitch, then, we didn't have to do that this year. But I think in the first year, Jen and I, we had like 2 or 3 people that gave the same type of pitch. And we did have to narrow it down. But I think this past year, we only had the one that sounded familiar, the 2 that sounded the same. And we asked them if they could give us more clarification. And it was 2 different ideas. Do you remember that? It was
I think there were 2, because there was a story Bible that had 2 folks doing it, and then there was the discovery writing that had 2 folks. And
that's right.
That they were
discovery was Elaine and somebody else, and the Bible was right, and then Sacco and
Leslie, those stick out. I do remember those 2 that we had to wrangle over and figure out if it was going to be working. Yes. So. Let's see.
I think Richard's question is in regards to a presentation from last year.
with someone presenting from a reclining position, or I think it's a joke, because that's why I wasn't going to pop it up.
Yeah, no, there was someone who spent 10 minutes, the first 10 minutes, introducing themselves, and they did it from a bed.
Right. Yeah.
And I was like,
professionalism. Conferences are about professionalism, people. So if you're gonna do that, just use an avatar is my advice. What else do we have on our list of important changes and or highlights? Okay, so we talked about the forms and the types of things you're applying for. How about the content? We're trying to shape the content so it's useful to people, and I think the minimum amounts may have changed a little bit to try to get more towards that. So did you want to talk about that?
I'm lost.
So you have guest speakers. The slot is for 50 minutes, but we have minimum requirements for the content and the Q&A.
Yeah, 25 minutes for the content and 5 minutes for the Q&A.
But you can like move that button up any way you want, right? So if you have a 25-minute presentation, then you can have a 25-minute Q&A.
Well,
or you can have a 45-minute presentation and a 5-minute Q&A, or anything in between. So we have two minima to get mathematical about it, but a lot of range of possibilities in that. So trying to be flexible for people.
And I know I didn't put this on there. I think we talked about it last time, but I kind of want to hit on it again, which is we have a lot of people who do. So there's 3 different types of presentations you can do, right? You can do the panel. Is that what we called it? I don't even know what we did our own selves.
Yeah, presentation, panel, workshop, I think.
No, it's Why do I not know this? I should know this. Hold on, I'm pulling it up right now. So the one that everybody does, that most people do, is seminar.
Oh, okay.
So you have seminar, panel, and workshop. So seminar is like a presentation. It's just like a teaching of a material.
Right. Like you have a small group class in a college and you're presenting to them and everyone can speak and discuss. Yeah.
Yeah. So then you have panel, which is when you bring on a group of people and you guys talk about a certain topic. And when it comes to panels, we did kind of mention this last time too, was that you don't have to be the knowledge. You don't have to be the expert in that knowledge. You could say, I want to really bring on these couple people who know a lot about this. And you're just like a moderator for them. You're fielding questions to get them talking about it. You can do something like that. That's one way of doing a panel. And the other panels, you guys all just talk about a topic. The one thing that we don't really see a lot of people do is workshop, which I do see that is working more in conjunction with either a seminar or a panel. And this would work really well if you work with somebody else and they're doing like a presentation. It's like maybe you're with them on a panel, or you guys are both doing the seminar together on like first lines of your story and how to hook a reader in those first lines. And then you go over to the other person's channel in the workshop, and you have people submit their first lines or whatever, or they do it during the live and you guys workshop it right there in front of everybody. So, and if you want to do something like that, you're welcome to do it. You just tell us in the notes section. I think there's a place where you can leave, any other information at the bottom of the application. And that's where you can say, hey, we're doing this as in conjunction with this panel or workshop or whatever. So
it's like the white whale that Shannon really wants to see happen.
I do want to
so gloriously.
I thought of that since the first Authortube writing conference. I think that would just be so cool,
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we've had people get struck with ideas during our previous information sessions and enter them in. And hopefully there's been some networking behind the scenes, even if you're not already with your pitches, like maybe some wheels are turning and, you've launched an email or an Instagram message. Speaking of Instagram, just in case you guys don't know, we are on the socials. So if your main platform is Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook, Authortube Writing Conference is on there, and it will be one of the ways we're disseminating information. So between the info sessions, when other things are going on, you can always log in there, ask a question, and get an answer, I don't know, within a week. That's probably reasonable, right? So Authortube Writing Conference on Twitter, Authortube Writing Con on Instagram, Authortube Writing Conference on Facebook. So check us out there. Yes, still no theme for this round, Laura. We're not doing a theme this year.
Probably will never be another theme, to be honest, because there was a lot of pushback on that.
Yeah. So I think I need to do a presentation seminar on dance moves. That should be worked in somehow. So I popped the link in the chat for the playlist of previous years. So this is all everybody's presentations in one playlist that Shannon has made. And this could give you ideas for what you can do, or let you know like how people put things together to sort of, if you're feeling overwhelmed or not knowing where to start. 2023 and 2022, they have at least 40 each. So, you know, when you've got a few minutes, there's plenty of stuff to play around with there and inspire.
Another way is to use it to see what you might not want to do. Because if you see a way a presenter does something and you're like, that wasn't really good, but I think I could do better.
Right. Yeah. We've got Adrienne.
Hello, Adrienne.
Oh, favorite presenter of 2023. Oh, that's last year. Okay. You got me. I thought you meant for the next one.
Oh.
Nice to see you. No, there was no official poll. What's this? Some kind of AWC awards voted for by the audience for the closing party. That is a very interesting idea.
You know, we could put that on the feedback forms, but those are individual, so I don't know. I guess we could just have one awards nomination form that we make available. I don't know. I don't know how we would do that. Unless we made like the closing, because the closing session is really tight anyways with that 1 hour, but we could make it a 2-hour event. But I know I'm so tired by the time we get to that last hour.
Yes. Yeah. Jennifer points out something. Yes. He could be the favorite presenter of 2024. You never know. Laura says, are there any topics you would love to see tackled? Trying to get ideas. Well, Laura, if you head to the 2024 AWC guide, we've got a page, especially a page of topics that are especially relevant, suggested starting points. I can't remember which page it is, but you'll be able to find it, hopefully.
It's like the second to last page.
Second to last page. Shannon knows. She made it. So yeah, go ahead and check that out. And
that's wrong, actually. No, I think that's right. That is right. Okay. And then Laura, the last presentation we did, the last announcement video we did, Eva had like some awesome ideas that, you know, she's not going to present on any of them because she's just not going to present. But she had lots of awesome ideas that I really liked. I can't remember them, but they're there.
They're recorded for posterity.
Yeah.
This guy says, not me sitting here looking through the guide list of topic ideas to see what I might want to present or get ideas for. Yes, exactly.
Anything writing related or publishing related.
Yes. Did we want to move on to talking about sponsorships?
Should we show the website first so people can find the application in case if they're watching this? Yeah. Okay. All right. So this is set up as Sky. It was just so awesome. She set this up. If you go to AWC 2024 speakers, it's right here, speaker applications. And then you got it. There's a guest speaker application and a speaker application. In case if you don't remember what the difference are, I hope I explain it well on those. And then you also have the guide down here you can go to. And if you still want to volunteer, you can click here to volunteer using that form. It's not moving. Are you? Oh, it's not moving. It's not. Share this tab instead. Okay, I'm going to share this tab instead.
There we go.
Okay, so let's go back to home. So if you go to
the home page with the logo.
There we go. So if you go to AWC 2024 speakers, it drops down speaker applications.
Nice.
I don't know what tab I was sharing.
It was another AWC tag, so no worries.
But yeah, there it is. You can see guest speaker applications. It's hyperlinked here if you want to sign up to be a chat moderator or volunteer for the street team. Those are two we still need. Or if you just want to know more about the guide, here's the guide, which has some ideas in there for you to look at.
And all like the little mechanics of what the presentation formats are, what the definitions are, when the dates are, when the times, like if you're in a different time zone around the world and you're trying to figure out, oh, what would be possible? When would I have to be awake to do this? Things like that, little details like that may be crucial.
Yes, it was another case of too many tabs. I have too many tabs open. Y'all don't even know. I have like 20 tabs here. I've had it since this morning.
Yes. That would be a good topic. I like it.
Yay. I made the logo this year.
Yay.
Jocelyn said the logo looks really nice. So I was responding to that.
Oh, I don't have that comment. There it is. Yes, that was slower for me than it was for you. Interesting. Yes. Sweet. All right. So let us know if you have questions about anything on the website. And if you're ready, we can move on to some of the other moving parts.
Sounds good.
Yeah, sponsorships, donations, giveaways. The giveaways are a very popular part, and they tend to get like very flurried activity at the last minute. So we're trying to plan ahead, get some feedback on that, get some things thrown in the pot early on. That is why we have a giveaways coordinator who's in the chat, Felicia. Awesome. And yeah, but maybe tell us about the sponsorship process first, and I'll put the links in.
Okay. So we do have like, there's 3 different levels. You have sponsorships, donators, and giveaway partners. And I will make another webpage, or between myself and Sky might be doing it because I got help this year. So she might be helping me out with that. But so a sponsorship is someone who is giving money basically in exchange for us promoting them throughout the conference. And hopefully that our speakers will also promote them. That's kind of what it is, what that level is for. And we just had the one sponsorship last year, Fictionary, which was not something we had gone like out of our way to go find. It kind of fell on us. But we do have Rachel, actually, D. Adams, who is going to be looking for sponsorships for us this year. The next one is donators. These are people who want to offer donations to the Authortube Writing Conference. And the way that we're accepting that is through our Ko-fi, which is now linked as our main or my main link on my YouTube channel. Now I put it as my #1 link. So if you go to my main page, right, if you go to my YouTube channel, it's there. So you can click on it and donate. For those who, there was a couple of people who have already donated. I listed the costs of things there, and I don't remember what the amount is. I think it's $230, I think. It was more than that. It was 300 and something, because I had hired our very own Books by Adrian to do our intro and outro videos. And I hadn't decided if I was doing that this year, because I've been getting better at making videos. So I thought I'd give my hand at it, but then I keep running out of time. So, but I think, well, while I'm waffling, I'll just take that off. So until I figure out if I'm paying Adrian, if Adrian has time for us, or if I'm doing it myself. But so for right now, it's like $237 or something, 73, 37, maybe that's not even the right numbers, whatever it is. It's the amount that would pay for the website and then pay for the giveaway prizes that we like to do every year. So that's for, that's basically you're donating money. And that is through Ko-fi. So some people have done as little as, I don't actually know what the little amount is, but you can do as little as $1. And then in whatever amount that you want to do. And then the other one is giveaway partners. And so this is where you're saying, hey, I would like to give away something for the giveaway prizes. And so in most cases, this is not money. It can be, you could say, I'm going to do a $25 gift card. You can do that. We've had a company in the past that did a $100 gift card on Amazon. So that is one way you can do it. Another way is that you have a book and you'll give away signed copies, or you have courses, or you do one-on-one coaching, or you do graphics. We've had all of these in the past. So if anybody wants to give away to the giveaway prizes, these are what we give. We do a drawing at the end of the conference for those who do feedback forms, and it is anonymous. You do not have to give your name on the feedback form, but if you do, with your email address, you get put into the giveaway prizes, and we do a random drawing and then give away the prizes from there.
Yes. So giveaways, and then I was going to put this up here. There's email. So if you have ideas, like, you can start shooting them over to us whenever, and we'll start processing them as soon as the giveaway coordinator and the chair have met and, started on their process, everything in time. We had...
Can I add? So those of you who are here listening to us, you can give away to the giveaways. I think so. I'm hoping to give away a box set. Yay. So like that, you can be an author who's giving away your work. And of course, this is a great way to meet someone new, or to not meet them, but to have someone introduced to your work. Someone new introduced to your work. But we are also looking for ideas. If you guys have ideas of people, and I did that. I remember I went to a few chats and I was like, hey, what are some ideas? What are some companies you'd want me to reach out to? And I got a whole list of companies to reach out to. And that's how we got a lot of the companies who gave to the giveaways, like Pseudo-Write, Scrivener. We had quite a few of these companies that gave to the giveaways.
And then Sky had an idea about the awards that Richard had an idea about. You could include something on the final feedback form about favorite panel, seminar, workshop.
I think it would have to be a separate form from a feedback form, because the way the feedback form is set up, if I was to ask for for the final one, well, someone who went to like the first day, they wouldn't be doing anything on that form at the last day. So if we just have like one.
No, final feedback form. You're right. She does say that.
So I would just do a separate form. And I was thinking of this in my head while we were going through some stuff. We could just have it, available during the closing session. And then we can do an awards ceremony at a later date, a later weekend. And the award ceremony doesn't have to be anything more than me and Margaret getting on here and saying, here's who won the awards.
I'm seeing like the revolving door in the backstage area of people coming on to be like, I want to thank the Academy.
If we want to do that, we can, and for those who can't make it, they send someone in their stead,
Yeah.
I think that would be fun.
Has a question that I don't think is related to the AWC, but we can probably say it pretty quickly. I think it's 100 years. 70?
Yeah. But it can be if the company puts in a request to push it out more.
Extend their patent rights.
Yeah, they can extend it, but 70 years to start with. Yeah. You can just go check. There is a public domain website where you can check on different things. It'll tell you.
There you go.
I just don't remember what that was.
Giveaways. All right. Adrian's making dinner.
If we were going to do this, Adrian says sweeps the award show with 10 category wins. We would need to know. Okay, fine. Shoot us what categories you want us to put into this form. One less thing for us to have to think about, because if we're making this form, we don't have to think about so much since we got all these other things we got to do.
Yes. Sky likes the idea.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I wasn't trying to put more work on us. I would say it could be something as simple as you and I just doing a live, but if we could, we could bring people on to an award show.
Yes. So that's a good idea. Oh, Esther was here. She's at an event, can't hear anything, but wanted to like and show her support. Awesome. Thank you, Esther.
There you go.
Yeah. I like this category.
No, we should. We should have some fun categories in there. We'll have some like real ones, and then we can have some ones that we play around with.
Yeah. Okay, I'm starring that, and hopefully I'll remember to come back. Excellent.
Well, but it might be hard to pick the one with the least technical difficulties, because it's usually just a few who have like a ton. But everyone else does well. So it might be better to do speaker with the most technical difficulties.
But that's like calling people out. I don't know
but if they still did a successful, so we could say speaker with the most technical difficulties with a wonderful presentation or something. I don't know.
Best speaker without visual representation. So whoever's like the avatars. Oh, that'd be fun.
That'd be fun. Yeah.
Speaker with the most keyboard cats. I like it. Anita's got best presenter, best topic, funniest presentation. That's a good one. Yeah.
You know what? We'd have to like make this available ahead of time so people could be looking for these categories.
True. Yeah, yeah. The least amount of dead air time. Interesting.
The most professional.
You're going to the Speaker with the best laugh. That's a good one too. Okay, so let's bring it back. You wanted to let people know. So another way that people can help the conference is buying the merch. So we have fun merchandise. We're both showing off shirts. You're showing off deals. You got a notebook, like fun stuff, like basic stuff every writer can use, right? And I have a direct link, and then Shannon, because she's obsessed with dragons, has an early dragon discount. What's that for everybody?
It's 10% off. So if you guys want to get 10% off the merch, it is 10% off through the end of January. And then after that, it'll be full price. And guys, I mean, I just made basic merch. I'm open to other types of merch. If you guys want to see something, let me know. Yeah, come like January, like mid-January. Well, that'll be like later. I don't have any time to make more merch this year, but come mid-January, I'll have more time.
Yes. I'm just popping it in the chat here.
I got a pair of socks too. I saw that. I was like, I'm gonna do socks this year. So like the first, yeah, and I ordered a pair. The first year, you know, Jen and I, well, Jenna did most everything, but I added a couple things. I added a different type of notebook, but we had all this stuff up there and like barely anything. It was just like what people did buy were like the same items. So I pared it down to those same items, and I put like an extra thing in there just to see if someone would get it. No one got it. So I took that out and I put the socks in this year. So
interesting. All right. So we've got the link there if people want to check it out. Inca has a good idea here. We've got, are you going to do a bingo card? Speaker eats on screen. Pet photo bombs in the background. There could be award categories if we're having keyboard cats. Yeah, well, how would we work that? I mean, the bingo is to encourage people watching carefully and watching everybody, but we can't predict what will show up. So we can have funny categories, but then like, what would the timing be in terms of rewarding someone who got a bingo? Like, I'm not sure what that would be. I think it would just be for the fun of it.
Yeah.
And it might be separate from the awards, but I do like that as a concurrent idea. That's fun.
Who volunteers to work on that?
I could do a bingo board. I could do that on Canva. Yeah.
Well, I think they have, there's an electronic one that they use during the Storyteller's Hearth, which I don't think they made it. They got it, and I've seen it in different write-a-thons. So I think all you have to do is go in there somewhere probably and put in what the categories are, or whatever it is that you do the bingo on.
Okay. Interesting. I know I've seen sites where you put in the number of prompts for the bingo squares and it randomizes them so that you have bingo cards that are different for everybody.
Yeah, I think that's what that is.
Board that you're trying to actual bingo. Yeah.
Yeah. I think that's what it does. It does it random. If you do it right, because I remember someone said that they did it random and everyone had the same card. But Laura says she has access to an electronic one and she can make the bingo boards.
So Ms. Swift says the Trooper Award would be speaker who persevered through the most interruptions and dropped connects.
There, see, that's a positive way.
Technical difficulties.
Yes, that was the positive one.
Writer Sam Wicker, the speaker that shows off the most AWC merch. That's a great category too.
Yes.
We can get product placement on JD Estrada's social media.
There we go. I didn't even think about that. I should have thought about that.
Rock it to me, hashtag wildly popular. Nice to see you, JD. Okay, Felicia says, yes, bingo. Yeah, just for the fun of it. Laura can make the bingo boards. She's got a hookup with the electronic one. Excellent. Cool.
If you need any logos or whatever, Laura, just let me know. I can shoot them over to you.
Very cool. Great ideas, guys. I'm digging it. So we've got the merch. We've got the discount. Important points. We just got live pitches, ideas for presentations. We haven't had too many come up, but we did have a couple. We did have people who wrote in to get feedback because they can't think of it in the moment, which is perfectly fine as well. And once again, if you have questions or extenuating circumstances or weird multiverse queries, that's the email. Feel free to write in.
And if you don't remember the email, you can always go to our contact form on the website. It comes to our email.
Yes. We've still got slots for moderators and street team members. So if you've seen posts about the Authortube Writing Conference on Instagram and Twitter and Facebook, that is our lovely street team members. So thank you to them. And if you want to help spread the word, either by retweeting or reposting or sharing as a story to your own audience, you can just do that on your own, or you can make it official and be included so that you get on our Discord and get access to the same graphics and everything. Just makes it a little bit more streamlined for you to help. So feel free to check that out.
Yeah, I saw that.
But don't make the bingo scary, please, Laura. Tiffany, I use the Bingo Baker site if that helps. Oh, maybe that's the same one Laura uses. Listening while driving. Oh, okay. Be safe there. Get a bingo, and now pops a scary screaming. I mean, I can see it happening. She's very inventive. Yes. Okay. So was there anything else we needed to cover? Were there any other questions that I missed out on? Let me check my starred comments over here. Oh, Laura had one I didn't cover yet. Is it still okay if we pre-record the presentation so we can edit it down? Yes. Go live, share the screen to show the presentation, stop sharing screen, and then do Q&A live.
Yes.
That's brilliant. Yes.
The only thing I would caution for those who may or may not use or don't know about streaming services, like we're using StreamYard right now, you cannot do a pre-record presentation and then go live or be live on the screen with YouTube if you use YouTube Studio, from what I understand. I haven't tried it myself, but I've heard from others that you can't do that.
Okay. Yes. You can't do much on YouTube Studio. I did it like twice, and I was like, this is so limited.
It's very limited. So if you're not familiar, there's StreamYard, there's Restream. Both have free tiers that are, and they're super easy to use. And there's more than just those. You also have OBS, but I've heard that's not as intuitive. Some people really like it though for the complexity of options.
Yeah. So. Yes, that is how DL Tillery did hers in 2022. Yeah. Excellent. Veterans in the chat. Perfect.
I heard that was his name-o.
While driving.
Yeah, I know.
Amaze.
He's probably singing the song and just had to pick it up for him.
Oh yeah, dictation. Yeah. So I think we covered all the important points. Is that right?
Yes.
Call for more volunteers. I'll put that in the chat. It's the only link that I haven't copied over here. So my vol call for any of you in Tennessee, you'll appreciate that. Otherwise, just carry on. It's my like one sports team reference I can make that many people won't know.
And the volunteer call is for moderators and street team. But just to put out there, we do have an empty publicity chair that we wouldn't fill for this year, but we would love to be able to communicate with anybody who's interested in possibly doing the publicity chair. You'd use the same form to indicate your interest. And that, we'd love to bring somebody on for next year. Once we get a chance to sit down and see how we would all work together.
Yes. And since it is November and it is a nano month, I was thinking like people who have survived nano, who have won nano all these years in a row, that might be a really good topic. I know one of our mutual friends has written a couple books on the nano. So there's plenty of things just around you. So just, I guess, get into the mindset of documenting what you're doing, which it doesn't come naturally to me. So I understand if it doesn't to you either. But if you look around at what you've learned on your publishing journey, you may be surprised at what you have to share with other people. Or
your writing journey. And I would say there's the other side of that, because we've had someone who did publish on NaNoWriMo on how to be successful. On the other side, Ben Pick just put out a video last week about not, what doesn't work with NaNoWriMo,
right.
And it's a different mindset, because we're not all the same people. Different things work for us. So.
Yes. And YouTube, our lovely friend, the algorithm, loves when you give contrary opinions. So don't be afraid to put that out there. I think that's good. We'll just end it there. Just
Thank you for all who came in at the end.
Yep, we've got Eva
And
and Rachel. Hello. Yes, marvelous day. Well, it started out a little rocky, but I'm feeling better now. All right. Well, that is November 15th. Applications are open. The forms are live on the website. Feel free to check it out, authortubewritingconference.com, and get your ducks in a row. Shoot your shot, like I said in my short this morning. So we're excited to see your pitches, and
look at Laura's last comment. She stole from us already.
Oh. Making the board now. Yes. Sounds
Sorry,
good.
I interrupted your outro for us.
All right. Applying now. Strike while the iron is hot. Yeah. All right. Well, thank you everyone for watching. Oh, and if you're watching this on the replay or you want to get it in the live chat, drop a dragon in the chat to let us know that you finished the whole live. That will just tickle us, I think. So
yeah.
Have fun with it. Happy Nano, everybody. We'll see you in the pitch trenches. Ciao.